Previously, during a live stream.
All right, welcome. A lot has changed since you've been here last.
Yeah.
I have taken it upon myself to break apart my obsession with symmetry. As you saw the last time, my plot was the house was an H, everything was divided into exact portions, so I figured I'd challenge myself and split it up. So we can go ahead and head into the entry archway.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you really did open this up. Is this the original plot or is this a different one?
This is the same plot.
Oh my gosh.
So it's now
Wow.
my main plot. I have my only Sarnik plushie here in the fountain.
Hey, it's more than what I have.
I just got it this afternoon. I was like, what do I do with this?
Centerpiece. Boom.
Gorgeous. Boom.
Peace sign. Nailed it.
There we go. All right. So I guess first things first, we can go towards the main house.
All right. Sweet.
Now, I can't wait
sweet.
until we actually have those paths that were teased by the devs because a lot of my walkways will look so much better. But
I know it's totally a thing. Ooh.
so with layout changes, I had to shift the direction that everybody was facing. So I had to kind of scoot around some corners and make everything fit, but still the same log cabin living room because I love how homey it feels to just walk in. It's woodsy, it's comfortable.
Totally.
I'm also so glad they fixed the gramophone item. I think it adds such a nice ambiance to certain rooms. I suppose we can go through here to the side. I combined my study and my greenhouse room.
Ooh. Wow, that's one hell of a study too.
I struggled with it for a while because having the two sections split up, I had no way to conjoin them until I thought, why don't I just put a tree in the center and kind of bring the witchy and the plants together to kind of bridge the gap here.
Yeah, that's kind of like, like trying to move away from the city, but the city comes to you. It's like you try to get away from witchy, but the witchy comes to you, so.
Oh, the witchy comes to us all.
Yes.
And now out through the back door, I have a tea house and a choppa garden.
Ooh. I like all the different creative lighting that you used here.
I like to try to vary it up so you get different heights and different brightnesses. Yeah. And we have so many darn choppa items. I used to have just one general plushie picnic situation, but we've been getting bombarded with so many. I've had to split up and zone them.
Zoning. This isn't City Skylines.
It's like, I'm sorry, we cannot have all these animals all together in one ecosystem. It's going to be devastating to the environment. I'm sorry.
You got your residential choppas, you got your commercial choppas, and your industrial choppas. Let's go.
We'll put them to work. All right. Back in through the study. We can go back. Dining room's a little bare. I was trying to figure out a back corner here, but other than that...
The lighting, though. I mean... I love how people have just totally owned the bay windows. Like, it's super cozy. Veranda? Nice covered porch? Yeah. All right, let's check this out. Ooh. This kitchen is like legendary.
I've had to rework, like you've seen with my original tour, and then there was a live tour that I changed it to a smaller space afterwards. I've had a lot of wanting to keep the same core aspects of my kitchen, but adapt it to the themes of my home a little bit. I wanted to put it together, and the island has been a big struggle for me, but I think I got it the way I like it finally.
I like it. I like it a lot. I want to tell you something. Your legendary kitchen has reverberated throughout so many tours that I've seen. I've seen so many little hints of it, in terms of just how much it inspired people, and yeah, just incredible stuff.
My favorite thing is when sometimes I get recognized in just going off and collecting traces of them and be like, oh my goodness, were you that person that had that one crazy kitchen? I'm like, oh, and even when we were doing the tour, that was not what I thought the focal point of my tour would have been. And just everybody exploded loving it, and it made me so happy.
Well, let me tell you, I turned the corner and my jaw dropped. Like, I didn't have a camera on at the time, but I was just like, holy shit. That is just, when you turn the corner, it just like sings to you. And yeah, that, no, like, I every single tour that I do, I go through and I meticulously scan for different, highlights, and it's so let me tell y'all, it's so difficult to pick out those little things, but like yours was just easy. It's just, I was like, well, I mean, obviously it's the kitchen, like whoa, I could have done the whole bar thing too, but
Oh
yeah, no,
yeah, I had the bar in the house back then.
yeah,
Wow, it's been a
yeah,
while since I did that.
I know, historic.
I like to hope maybe my love of cooking comes through in the kitchen builds. I got to think of the
Yes,
functionality, but also, a good home cooking, the ambiance, has a whole
yeah,
effect. But yes, so we are in the back wing of the bedroom and bathroom. So a big part of my reworking of the plot this time is I wanted to have it so that this back section is very easy to move into a second floor when that's introduced. So I
yeah,
can pretty much just chop it off from the back and combine the bathroom and bedroom upstairs. However,
perfect.
their stairs and room layouts and everything end up looking.
Yeah, Ellie says cherry blossom love for real.
Love
Totally,
cherry blossoms.
totally dig it.
Okay, well, that covers the main house. We can head out through the front. Um,
Sweet.
we're gonna take a quick swing through the entrance, and we're gonna take a peek at my Starstone study. Uh-oh, a friend's visiting. Hello.
Attacked
Probably
by
should
a
have
hot dog.
privated. Oh my goodness. Can never even in your own home, you can never get away from the hot dog man. Okay, well, here we have a nice, windy walkway to my Starstone study gazebo.
Ooh,
I don't
very
know if this
nice.
was done for my tour. I don't think this was finished.
I mean, is it ever finished though? Honestly.
Never, truly never. But I need to make a staircase of boxes to go turn the lights back on at the top since that one update that turned off everybody's lights. But
I know.
other than
I
that,
I told Singularity 6, through my channels, it's like, can we have like a UI thing that allows us to turn all the lights on or off? I mean, if it happens, then we could
that would
just
be
flip them
amazing.
back on. It'd be so nice.
Be so helpful, and it's gotten to the point where now since the lights are automatically off when you place them. I have to place them lower on the wall first, then turn it on, and then put it where I want to go. It's a
Oh,
whole ordeal.
Ellie says, I wish we can get signs to write on. You have wonderful names for areas. Yeah, and
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
I love the canopy that you created with your walkways, and they're just like, they're gentle, and they open up, and they're not like restrictive in any way. And I mean, beforehand you had separated the spaces in between the trees with fence posts, but you have flowers now that you can use to accentuate those areas.
I adore the flowers. It's been probably my favorite update. As you can tell by as we
Oh my
continue, I'm
goodness.
working on it. It's not done yet, but a giant flower bed. This took me a while to figure out what flowers I wanted to use and how to, split them up.
Yeah,
It's become a very methodical practice of trying to line up different flowers in a sight line to the tree as I place them, using that as a focal point
that's really
of
cool.
divvying them up. It's almost done, so just ignore the back.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, what you can do, and I know a lot of people are doing this right now, is they're seeing the part that is a little bit more together, and they're allowing them, like, it allows them to imagine like what it would look like completely done.
So
Ellie
like
wants
right
to know
here is a
how
good
you have
bet.
not hit the flower cap yet.
I'm astounded. I cannot fathom how I haven't hit it. I keep being like, this is gonna be the last flower. I'm gonna have to rework the entire thing. And it just doesn't happen. Hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly. Hold your breath and just try not to sob.
And pray for me for the time I have to rework my hours of work into the flower beds, because my goodness, it's gonna
Well,
be
Miss Peace
atrocious.
also wants to know how you have not hit the cap yet, like the big cap.
I did before I reworked the plot.
Yeah,
It would be so helpful if we had a counter. It'd be
the pain
amazing.
is real. Which direction are we getting heading next?
It seems like I've been getting a little bit of commenting on this bar area. I actually just was putting this together while you were doing the other tours.
Oh my
The
gosh.
a little Ormu bar.
Nice.
Wanted to keep that going. I've had it on every plot. Oh, looks like I might have to push it back because you can't walk there. That's fun. But I we have
We
all these
won't
great
get you on the
Ormu
technicalities for
items.
sure.
Just don't go back there. I mean, staff only, right? There's your
Yeah,
perfect
Steph
sign.
only, right? I'm
Speaking of
not.
signs, thank you, Ellie. It'd be perfect. Just staff only.
Yeah.
There you go. But of all of my builds, I've always had a little bar section because I love, a good little social area.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So I put it outside. And complementary to the outside bar, I put up a little winery in the opposite corner.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing over here. Ormu Bar Dorbs. I know, right?
The Ormos are so cute. I had to do something with them. But yeah, for the winery, I really leaned into using some of the purple things because I'm not one to use a lot of the customized furniture. A lot of it's way too bright for my usual preferences, but
Well, that's
got me to
interesting
use
though
some of the
because
purple.
like you can accentuate it in different ways for
Yeah, and
sure.
it's really cool when people use like a whole bunch of one color. I it's too much for me personally. I like to have a variety. And yes, I have
Harlequin
my
wants to know if it's a milk bar.
milk. It could be.
Yeah. I like the tavern vibes, you know?
Mm-hmm. Always one of my favorite things to go. Like one of my favorite places to go would be if we're gonna go pick a place to go for an afternoon or evening, go to a tavern. Always
Yeah.
good conversation, nice people.
Depending on what hour you go.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Don't go specifically when there's bar fights.
Shing
Goodness.
says serving butterbeer, obviously.
Obviously, butterbeer. We're all here, always love a good mug of butterbeer.
Say that 10
And in
times
here,
fast.
how about no? I'm gonna pass on that one actually. So here we have my mass potato production. That is my Palian trust fund. Here is my garden.
Ah, yeah.
Gotta put that plots to work. I used to have for the longest time my well in the center of my garden, but I gave it its own little corner this time.
You got some fans.
Some
Yeah, you got friends that are running around. It's funny.
Oh my god, half the time there's like five visitors, and I'm like, where did you come from? But it's fun. I love seeing the people. We could go through here next. I have a little grove. I don't have all my flowers done. I will for next time I do a big tour, but
Nice.
um, it is full of
It's
all of the items from the temples.
it's amazing how much stuff that, like do you already have a tour scheduled for you?
I do not. I'm just kind of biding my time until they do a second story. That's
Yeah.
kind of the big milestone I'm waiting for, and that I will schedule as soon as they drop that.
Well, I mean, we're booked until August. That's
Oh my
what
goodness, I guess I better get one going.
Yeah.
Gives me lots of time to adjust it though. Oh, so here is my biggest passion project the last week, which I have gotten a ton of help from the glitching community. Shout out to a
Nice.
tiny dragon and Voidness. They have been wonderful of teaching people how to do this.
Oh,
I have two backup plots that are involved in this build specifically.
nice. Ellie came up with something really good. Heat root beer.
Ooh, actually, that sounds like it could be lovely with the
Yeah,
cinnamon and all the
this is
spicy
cool.
drinks.
Look at
So I
this.
had to break up my makeshift crafting tent, but I wanted to spread it through a big area. And in here, I have glitched an unbuilt gazebo into a ghost-walled medium room so that I have an kind of open patio and I have all this building materials that
Wow.
I spend at least 2 hours getting into just the right spot.
Yeah, that's some dedication. And you know, I know like regardless of like what side of the fence, pun intended, you're on as far as like glitching is concerned, I think that there's I like to point out that two distinctions, right? It's really creative how people come up with the different things for glitching. Um, but I also like to point out, you know, as Victoria mentioned, it takes more than one person to do that, and it does take a lot of time to like really get it just right. Who knows like how long it'll actually stay in the game as far as that goes, but I know that it does let Singularity 6 know what people are thinking about in terms of what items that they need. They might just, hey, can we have like some building supplies that we can just kind of like stack somewhere, you know?
That
Like
would make
this
it
is
so
about the
much easier.
yeah,
So until they add
exactly.
that kind of stuff, work with what you got, and it's you know you can try different things. If they fix it or take it out, then you just build a new building.
Yeah, it's those kind
No
of
harm, no
creative
foul.
restrictions that just drive creativity.
Indeed. But yeah, so this is it. It started off as a struggle build project, quickly became one of my favorite parts of my plot.
Sweet. A hot pot secret club. I know, right? Underground hot pot.
Yes, I've been telling everybody I wish they would add the hotbot minigame in the underground
Oh,
for people
that
to
would be
play
so
together. It'd be
nice.
so fun. Okay, we need to go back here, and then after this will be the trophy house.
Sweet.
So I have it's kind of ominous right now. It's just house sitting here, but I want to make him a little dog house. But for now, he's just in a little grassy field having his best time.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of oh man.
And I have a little bonfire pit to lead out to the Bahari exit.
Yes.
I
You've
wanted to keep it
you've made the
connected so I
long
didn't have to
trek from Bahari back to your plot, so this is a place to just kind of like, oh man.
kick off your shoes and take a little break.
Oh, Peach, that's fantastic. Community hot pot plots.
Oh my goodness, yes, because I like if they ever were to add like a community little house that you could collaborate on and stuff, and you could have group mini games and stuff, and you could all arrange to play. Oh, how fun would
Yes.
that be?
That would be great. I don't think anybody would ever leave it.
And then we have one more building, real fast, and that is the trophy house.
The trophy house. If y'all haven't done so, don't forget to like the stream. It helps out. Lets YouTube know what you like.
Like, comment, subscribe, all
Exactly.
those classic YouTube interactions.
It's important. It is important.
Very important. I finished romancing Subira just in time. I think I finished her stuff yesterday.
Sweet.
So now I have all the portraits.
Lots of fun things here. So Spider wants to know, how do you do a house with walls open? And if I recall correctly, I think it's it takes a lot of work. You have to like join a house and then get somebody to like move it at the same time.
So I did all of mine solo, which involves just having a secondary plot. You it so the wall open, you need to have if you have technically a wall built onto it in another plot, it still registers as that being connected even though it doesn't show that house piece on your main plot. And it's a whole you have to jump between and arrange things to remove hallways. It's a whole process. But
Yeah,
there's definitely
we can
people to help. It's
we'll
a whole other thing.
we have a whole channel on our Discord called Palia Tips and Glitches, and we can put all kinds of those resources in there for people.
Here we have a fish room. I've been trying to use up all this flotsam decor.
Nice. Nice little treats.
So yeah, Zeki stopped being, you know, so stingy with his snacks and gave us all.
Yes.
It's like, Zeki, we were
Velo says the
starved.
wall of Lovas. Lovahs. Love
You
us.
know, they give you free gifts, they give you portraits for collectability, they give you lore. I mean, how could I refuse?
No. We got the big
I'm a simple
frog,
woman
got the
who wants
baby
lore.
frog, and that's a
Yes,
two-cylinder
Frogbert
household.
Pond. And I also got my little fungi plushie. Finally got him.
Oh
Now
yeah.
I want to redo this space. I saw on just the general Discord somebody had used the Chappa fur rugs instead to kind of create a more textured pond. So I'm going to try at that. But otherwise, I wish we had a. I guess we could kneel, but I wish we had a bowing emoji so we could bow to Great Frogbert.
You know, I don't know why it is, but like when I've done the kneel emote, like I don't know, well, it works now for me, but like I'd stop. I would like kneel and then I would completely come out of it. But yeah, I think did we cover everything?
I believe that's everything.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, Victorique. Always a pleasure to see your works. Thank
Always a
everybody
pleasure to
again.
have you.
Yeah. Give your imposters my best.
Wish them all well.